Did you know that eating the wrong foods before bed could literally kill you while you sleep? In the next 15 minutes, I'll reveal 9 common foods that millions of seniors eat before bedtime, not knowing they're putting their lives at serious risk. And food number 3 on this list has been directly linked to nighttime strokes, something that happened to a 75-year-old just last month. Beverly, a healthy 73-year-old from Phoenix, enjoyed her usual late-night snack every evening for years. Last Tuesday, her daughter found her unconscious the next morning. The paramedics said her blood pressure had spiked dangerously during sleep, likely triggered by what she ate just hours before. Food 1. High-sodium processed meats. That innocent-looking deli turkey sandwich could be your worst enemy at bedtime. Research from Johns Hopkins Medical Center shows that processed meats contain sodium levels that can spike blood pressure by 30% within hours of consumption. When you're sleeping, your body naturally tries to lower blood pressure, but high sodium intake forces your cardiovascular system to work overtime during the hours when it should be resting and recovering. The danger becomes even more serious for seniors because our kidneys process sodium less efficiently as we age. Dr. Michael Chen, a cardiologist at Johns Hopkins, explains that the combination of reduced kidney function and high sodium intake creates a perfect storm for nighttime hypertension. Your blood vessels become stiff and narrow, forcing your heart to pump harder just when it needs rest the most. Kenneth from Seattle learned this lesson the hard way after experiencing 3 consecutive nights of severe heart palpitations. His doctor discovered that his bedtime habit of eating leftover ham sandwiches was causing dangerous blood pressure spikes that reached 180/110 during sleep. Kenneth's story isn't unique. Emergency rooms across America see similar cases every single night. The solution is surprisingly simple and can be implemented immediately. Switch to low-sodium alternatives like fresh roasted turkey or chicken breast, or better yet, eat your protein earlier in the day and choose lighter options for evening meals. Read every label carefully. Many processed meats contain over 800 milligrams of sodium per serving, which is more than half your daily limit in just one sandwich. Don't wait until tomorrow to make this change. Check your refrigerator tonight and remove those high-sodium processed meats from your evening routine. Food 2. Dark chocolate and high-caffeine foods. Why is that piece of dark chocolate keeping you awake and endangering your health? Sleep studies from Harvard Medical School reveal that dark chocolate contains significantly more caffeine than most people realize, sometimes as much as 25 milligrams per ounce, equivalent to about a quarter cup of coffee. When consumed in the evening, this caffeine stays in your system for up to 8 hours, disrupting your natural sleep cycles and potentially triggering dangerous heart rhythm irregularities. The caffeine in dark chocolate doesn't just affect your sleep quality. It directly impacts your cardiovascular system during the night. Harvard researchers found that seniors who consumed caffeine within 6 hours of bedtime experienced a 40% increase in irregular heartbeats during sleep. Your heart rate remains elevated when it should be slowing down, putting unnecessary strain on your cardiac system during the most vulnerable hours. Rachel thought her evening piece of dark chocolate was actually healthy until her doctor connected it to her new episodes of atrial fibrillation. She had been eating 2 squares of 70% dark chocolate every night for months, not realizing that the caffeine was disrupting her heart's natural rhythm. Her sleep quality improved dramatically within days of eliminating this seemingly innocent treat. The fix is straightforward, but requires immediate action. Avoid all caffeine-containing foods after 2 p.m., including dark chocolate, coffee-flavored desserts, and even some medications that contain caffeine. If you crave something sweet in the evening, choose caffeine-free alternatives like vanilla yogurt with berries or a small piece of caffeine-free milk chocolate. Your heart needs predictable, steady rhythms during sleep, not the stimulating effects of hidden caffeine sources. Put down that chocolate bar after dinner. Your sleep quality and heart health depend on it tonight. Food. 3. High-fat fast food. This food category is responsible for more nighttime medical emergencies than most seniors realize. The American Heart Association's emergency room data shows a direct correlation between high-fat meal consumption and nighttime strokes, with incidence peaking between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. When you eat foods high in saturated fats before bed, your blood becomes thicker and more prone to clotting, dramatically increasing your risk of stroke during the hours when your circulation naturally slows down. Fast food items like burgers, fried chicken, and pizza contain trans fats and saturated fats that trigger inflammation in your blood vessels within hours of consumption. This inflammation makes your arteries more likely to form dangerous clots, especially during sleep when your heart rate and blood flow decrease naturally. The Mayo Clinic reports that seniors who eat high-fat meals within 4 hours of bedtime have a 60% higher risk of experiencing cardiovascular events during sleep. Anthony ate his usual burger and fries at 9 p.m. on a Friday night and suffered a transient ischemic attack at 3 a.m. that same evening. His wife found him confused and unable to speak clearly, and emergency room doctors directly linked the episode to his late-night high-fat meal. Anthony's blood work showed elevated levels of inflammatory markers that peaked during his sleep hours, creating the perfect conditions for his mini-stroke. The solution requires immediate action and zero compromise. Avoid all fried foods, fatty meats, and high-fat processed foods for at least 4 hours before bedtime. If you're hungry in the evening, choose lean proteins like grilled fish or chicken breast, paired with vegetables and whole grains. Your arteries need clean, flowing blood during sleep, not the thick, inflammatory mess that high-fat foods create in your bloodstream. This could literally save your life tonight. Eliminate late-night fast food immediately and choose lighter alternatives that won't put your cardiovascular system at risk. Food. 4. Spicy foods and hot sauces. Your favorite spicy meal could be setting you up for a dangerous night. Gastroenterology research from Mayo Clinic shows that spicy foods consumed within 4 hours of bedtime can cause severe acid reflux that leads to breathing difficulties during sleep. The capsaicin in peppers and hot sauces relaxes the muscle that keeps stomach acid where it belongs, allowing dangerous levels of acid to travel up into your esophagus and potentially into your airways while you're lying down. The danger becomes life-threatening when acid reflux occurs during sleep because you're not conscious to clear your throat or sit up. Mayo Clinic emergency physicians report seeing seniors who wake up choking or gasping for air after consuming spicy foods before bed. The acid can actually reach your lungs, causing a condition called aspiration pneumonia, which can be fatal for older adults with compromised immune systems. Gladys had been enjoying her nightly bowl of spicy chili for years until she started waking up with severe chest burning and difficulty breathing. Her doctor explained that the spicy meal was causing acid to reach her lower esophagus during sleep, creating inflammation that made breathing difficult. After 3 emergency room visits for what felt like heart attacks, Gladys discovered that eliminating spicy foods after 6 p.m. completely resolved her nighttime breathing problems. The remedy is simple, but must be implemented immediately. Eat spicy foods only at lunch when you'll be upright for hours afterward, and never consume anything spicy after 6 p.m. If you love spicy flavors, satisfy those cravings during daytime hours when your body can properly process the acids and oils. Keep antacids nearby if you accidentally consume something spicy, but the real solution is prevention through careful meal timing. Your breathing tonight depends on skipping those spicy foods and choosing milder alternatives that won't trigger dangerous acid reflux while you sleep. Food. 5. High-sugar desserts and ice cream. The bedtime ice cream is creating a blood sugar roller coaster while you sleep. Diabetes research from Cleveland Clinic demonstrates that consuming high-sugar foods before bed causes dangerous fluctuations in blood glucose levels during the night. Your blood sugar spikes dramatically within 30 minutes of eating sugary desserts, then crashes dangerously low around 3 to 4 a.m., potentially triggering hypoglycemic episodes that can cause confusion, falls, or even loss of consciousness. The problem becomes particularly dangerous for seniors because our bodies process sugar less efficiently as we age, and nighttime hypoglycemia often goes unrecognized until it becomes severe. Cleveland Clinic endocrinologists report that many seniors experience what they call dawn phenomenon, a dangerous drop in blood sugar during early morning hours that's often triggered by late-night sugar consumption. Your pancreas works overtime to process the sugar, then overcompensates, leaving you vulnerable to dangerous blood sugar crashes. Vincent's nightly ice cream ritual seemed harmless until he started experiencing severe dizziness and confusion around 4 a.m. His wife found him wandering the house, disoriented and unsteady on his feet. Blood tests revealed that his glucose levels were dropping to dangerous levels during sleep, directly related to his habit of eating a large bowl of ice cream every night before bed. His doctor explained that the sugar spike and crash cycle was putting him at serious risk for falls and injuries. The solution is straightforward and can be implemented tonight. Replace sugary desserts with a small handful of unsalted nuts, which provides steady energy without the dangerous blood sugar fluctuations. If you crave something sweet, choose fresh berries with a small amount of plain yogurt, which provides natural sugars that won't trigger the spike and crash cycle. Your pancreas needs rest during nighttime hours, not the constant stress of processing large amounts of refined sugar. Make this change tonight. Your blood sugar stability and fall prevention depend on eliminating those high-sugar desserts from your evening routine. Food. 6. Acidic citrus fruits. Why are oranges and grapefruits dangerous when eaten before bed? Digestive health studies from Johns Hopkins show that citrus fruits consumed within 3 hours of bedtime can cause severe heartburn and potential aspiration during sleep. The high acid content in citrus fruits increases stomach acid production and relaxes the esophageal sphincter, allowing acid to flow backward into your throat and potentially into your airways while you're lying flat. The risk becomes particularly serious for seniors because our esophageal muscles weaken with age, making it harder to keep stomach contents where they belong. Johns Hopkins gastroenterologists report that citrus-induced acid reflux during sleep can lead to a condition called silent aspiration, where small amounts of acid reach the lungs without waking the sleeper. This can cause pneumonia, chronic cough, and serious respiratory complications that may require hospitalization. Evelyn loved her bedtime grapefruit ritual until she started experiencing severe nighttime coughing fits that left her gasping for air. Her pulmonologist discovered that acid from the citrus was reaching her lungs during sleep, causing inflammation and making her vulnerable to respiratory infections. After eliminating citrus fruits from her evening routine, Evelyn's nighttime coughing completely disappeared, and her lung function tests improved significantly. The fix requires immediate action and careful timing. Consume citrus fruits only in the morning or early afternoon when you'll be upright for hours afterward, allowing gravity to help keep stomach acid where it belongs. If you want fruit in the evening, choose low-acid options like bananas, melons, or pears that won't trigger dangerous acid reflux. Your throat and lungs need protection during sleep, not the harsh acid exposure that citrus fruits create when consumed before bed. Save citrus for morning. Your respiratory system will thank you for this simple but crucial change. Food. 7. Large portions of red meat. That late dinner steak is working overtime while you're trying to rest. Cardiac research from the American College of Cardiology shows that large portions of red meat consumed within 4 hours of bedtime significantly increase heart workload during sleep. Red meat requires substantial energy to digest, keeping your metabolic rate elevated when your body should be entering its natural rest and recovery phase. The danger intensifies because red meat is high in saturated fat and protein, both of which require your cardiovascular system to work harder during digestion. American College of Cardiology researchers found that seniors who ate large portions of red meat before bed had a 45% higher risk of experiencing cardiac events during nighttime hours. Your heart rate and blood pressure remain elevated during sleep, preventing the natural cardiovascular recovery that should occur during rest periods. Eugene's habit of eating large steaks for late dinners seemed normal until he started experiencing chest discomfort and irregular heartbeats during the night. His cardiologist discovered that his heart was working as hard at 2 a.m. as it did during daytime activities, all because his digestive system was struggling to process the heavy red meat meals. Within weeks of switching to lighter evening proteins, Eugene's nighttime heart symptoms disappeared completely. The solution is simple, but requires immediate implementation. Eat red meat only at lunch, when your body has hours to digest it properly, and choose lighter proteins like fish, poultry, or plant-based options for dinner. Keep evening portions moderate. Your stomach should feel satisfied, but not full when you go to bed. Your heart needs genuine rest during nighttime hours, not the extra workload that comes from processing heavy red meat meals. Give your cardiovascular system a break tonight by choosing lighter dinner options that won't force your heart to work overtime while you sleep. Food. 8. Alcoholic beverages. That nightcap is doing the opposite of what you think for your health. Sleep medicine research from Stanford University reveals that alcohol consumption before bed severely disrupts sleep architecture and increases the risk of dangerous falls during nighttime bathroom trips. While alcohol may make you feel drowsy initially, it prevents deep restorative sleep and causes frequent awakenings that leave you disoriented and unsteady on your feet. The danger becomes particularly serious for seniors because alcohol affects our balance and coordination more severely as we age, and nighttime falls can result in hip fractures, head injuries, or other life-threatening complications. Stanford sleep researchers found that seniors who consumed alcohol within 3 hours of bedtime had a 70% higher risk of falling during nighttime hours. Your reaction time slows, your depth perception becomes impaired, and your ability to catch yourself if you stumble is significantly reduced. Walter enjoyed his nightly glass of whiskey for decades until a serious fall changed everything. He woke up at 1 a.m. needing to use the bathroom, but the alcohol had affected his balance and coordination. Walter fell hard, fracturing his hip and requiring emergency surgery. His recovery took months, and his doctor directly linked the fall to his nighttime drinking habit, explaining that alcohol had impaired his ability to navigate safely in the dark. The remedy requires immediate action and complete commitment. Stop all alcohol consumption at least 3 hours before bedtime, giving your body time to metabolize the alcohol before sleep. If you enjoy an evening drink, move it to early evening hours and always have it with food to slow absorption. Your safety depends on maintaining steady feet and clear thinking during nighttime hours, not the impaired coordination that alcohol creates. Skip tonight's drink. Your bones, your brain, and your family's peace of mind depend on staying steady and alert during nighttime hours. Food. 9. High-sodium canned soups. That innocent bowl of soup could be your ticket to the emergency room. Hypertension research from Mayo Clinic shows that canned soups contain sodium levels that can cause dangerous fluid retention and blood pressure spikes during sleep. A single serving of many popular canned soups contains over 1,200 milligrams of sodium, more than half your daily limit in just one bowl. The problem becomes life-threatening when excessive sodium intake causes fluid to accumulate in your lungs and around your heart during nighttime hours. Mayo Clinic cardiologists report that seniors who consume high-sodium foods before bed often experience what's called paroxysmal nocturnal dyspnea, sudden awakening with severe shortness of breath caused by fluid buildup in the lungs. This condition can progress rapidly to congestive heart failure if not addressed immediately. Nancy's comforting bowl of chicken noodle soup every evening seemed like a healthy choice until she started waking up gasping for air around 3 a.m. Her doctor discovered that the high sodium content was causing dangerous fluid retention that peaked during her sleep hours. Emergency room visits became frequent until Nancy learned to read soup labels carefully and choose low-sodium alternatives. Her nighttime breathing problems disappeared completely once she eliminated high-sodium soups from her evening routine. The solution is immediate and non-negotiable. Choose low-sodium soup versions with less than 300 milligrams of sodium per serving, or make homemade soup with minimal salt and plenty of vegetables. Read every label carefully. Many soups that seem healthy contain shocking amounts of hidden sodium. Your heart and lungs need fluid balance during sleep, not the dangerous accumulation that high-sodium foods create in your system. Check those soup labels tonight. Your breathing and your heart's ability to pump effectively depend on avoiding this hidden sodium overload. These 9 foods might seem harmless, but eating them before bed puts seniors at serious risk for strokes, heart attacks, and other life-threatening emergencies. The good news is that making these simple changes tonight can immediately improve your sleep quality and reduce your health risks. Your body will thank you by morning, and you'll wake up feeling more rested and energetic than you have in months. Tell me in the comments which of these foods you've been eating before bed. I want to help you stay safe. If this information could save someone's life, please share it with other seniors in your family. Like this video if you're committed to making these changes tonight. And subscribe for more life-saving health tips that could keep you out of the emergency room.